All right, so let's do a less. Oh my God, there's full body. Let's get the full body in there. Oh man, look at them legs. Those fat white legs. Yay. Um, I'm gonna try not to be as negative in this video. A little less vulgar, a little less ranting and raving. Um, so, if you watched the last video, then you know that my APU. Okay, so I was in uh, Mariana, Florida. Mariana. I don't know how you pronounce it. Off of I-10. It's northwest Florida. I think it's in the Panhandle, but not sure. But I stayed the night there at a TA so that I could get the air leak fixed and a license plate um, light on the trailer, mainly the air leak. And that night, after I got all that stuff fixed, when I went to sleep, um, the air conditioner that runs off of the APU stopped working on me like 3 times throughout the night. And the following day, when I did my pre trip, I noticed that there was some kind of fluid leaking out of the APU or the vicinity of the APU. I don't know if it's coming out of the APU itself or like the air conditioning unit or what. The APU appears to be working fine, but the air conditioner has crapped out. So I told my driver manager that I needed to get to a terminal, the West Memphis terminal specifically, to get the APU fixed. Um, let me flip this around. Uh, I should be in the vicinity of the frame. Maybe I'm in it. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. So instead of me walking around, I'll pace back and forth in front of it. So I talked with him on the phone, told him about the APU issue, told him that Roadside told me the West Memphis terminal was my only option to get it fixed over the weekend. Aside from that, I would have to wait until Monday to either go to a Thermo King dealer or another terminal that was open Monday through Friday. West Memphis was the only terminal open over the weekend that could work on it. So, what did he do? He said that that the load coordinators already had a pre-plan on me to go to Atlanta and then Houston, and I was in Pine Hill, Alabama. I'm not sure where exactly that's at, but that's a lot closer to West Memphis than either of these other two locations. So I'm pretty sure I was fairly close to the West Memphis terminal. And I talked about this in the last video. I assume that this is a high priority load. It's a Walmart load, and I can't make the delivery appointment. The delivery appointment is impossible for me to make. I just don't have the hours to do it. I have to do it in 3 driving shifts, and I had approximately 24 hours to do it. You can't do 3 full driving shifts in 24 hours. It was almost 1,000 miles, and I had used up a majority of my hours, 5 or 6 hours in the day. Anyway, moving on. So this video is not forever long. I'm sweating my ass off. It's hot in this room. Got the air conditioner up as high as it'll go, so we'll see if it cools this place off anytime soon. So I messaged him, and I talked about all this in my last video. If you want the details, go back to that. I'm not going to rehash the details. So I told him, after all the drama we went back and forth on, and he just ignored what I told him, that I needed to get the APU fixed. I told him I can't sleep in the truck without air conditioning. So when he told me to just go on and just keep running and forget about it, basically, I told him that if the APU craps out completely to where I have no air conditioning, then I'm going to shut the truck down until it gets fixed, because I can't sleep in the truck without air conditioning, and I'm not going to drive fatigued. So he didn't respond to that. So I went over here to Atlanta to pick up this load, and He didn't set the load up correctly, so I had to sit there and message the driver manager on duty after hours to get them to fix the load for me. And while I was getting all that fixed, I tested the APU, and it wasn't blowing cold air anymore. I'm guessing that whatever green fluid was leaking out of it had completely leaked out to the point where it just wasn't cooling at all anymore, and it was shutting off after about 1 minute. Whereas earlier today, it was still cooling, and it was taking it like an hour or two before it would shut off. So now it's just completely crapped out. It's not even blowing cold air anymore, and it's shutting off. The APU is running, but the little temperature control unit is shutting off and giving an error after I'm sweating so bad. It is so hot in here. It is damp in Atlanta. It is just like humid. But it's 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 not working at all now. So I had already hooked up to the trailer, and the trailer that I was relaying, the dumbass, I said I wasn't going to be vulgar. Okay, I'm going to try not to get too negative on this. Didn't have registration. It was over 36,000 pounds, and it didn't have a scale ticket, which that's company policy. If you relay a load, actually any load, if you pick up any load over 36,000 pounds, it has to be scaled. And if you relay a load, you have to have a scale ticket with it. So no registration, no scale ticket, and the left turn signal down the side of the trailer didn't flash. It would come on, but it wouldn't flash. It would try to flash. If you put your face right up next to it, you could see it flashing. But if you were like standing back away from it looking at it, you couldn't tell that it was flashing. So, yeah. Another trailer that I was going to have to put in the shop. And I'd already hooked up to it and done all that. And I was trying to do my departed calls and everything. And that's when I had to message driver managers. And I was waiting on them to get that fixed. And that's when I decided to test the APU. And that's when I found out it had completely crapped out. And I said, you know what? I'm not dealing with this crap. So I called in, and I told them that, hey, I need this load assigned to somebody else. And they immediately got on the defensive, like, whoa, wait, I can't just assign loads to somebody else. Why do you need this load assigned to somebody else? And I said, well, my APU is out. I said the air conditioner on it doesn't work. I talked with my driver manager about this earlier today, told him I needed to get to a terminal, and instead of sending me to a terminal, he gave me this load. And I told him that if the APU goes out on me completely, then I'm going to shut the truck down because I can't sleep without air conditioning. And I'm not going to drive fatigued. And she changed like everything at that point and got a lot less defensive, got really nice. And she said, okay, I'll see what I can do about getting this load moved over. And I said, what about like my sleeping accommodation? She said, let me get this taken care of first. It's 9:08 at night, and I need to get this load moved. Let me get this taken care of first, and then I'll get you a motel. I was like, all right. So she sent me a message about, I don't know how many, it wasn't very long, 15, 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, she sent me a message with an address to a hotel. And I drove over here, and they only had me set up for one night. So I messaged her and I said, the reservation is only for one night. Are you wanting me to drive to the West Memphis terminal tomorrow? Or am I staying here until Monday morning when this terminal opens up? And she said that they can only do reservations one night at a time. So call back in tomorrow and get the reservation for the next day. So I'm basically going to have to call back in every day and get the reservation updated. But I'm stuck here. It's Friday night. So I'm going to do Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. And then Monday morning, I'm going to have to drive over to the terminal and deal with them fixing this APU all day long. And most likely, this is a catastrophic failure in which they're going to have to, I'm going to have to drive it over to a dealership. I doubt they're going to be able to fix it at the terminal. And the cost of repair on this may be substantial. I think this could turn into a bigger problem. But I suspect at the very least, I'm going to be spending my entire Monday dealing with this crap. So, I've told my driver manager multiple times, I care about very little things. When I'm out on the road, I want to be moving and I want to be making money. I said, I don't want to do 34s at truck stops. I don't want to take time off away from my house. I'm going to be upset if I ever have to take time off away from my house. If I need to take time off, I want it to be at home. Don't put me in a situation where I'm having to stay, a day, sitting and waiting out on the road. And in this hotel, this is still out on the road to me. Honestly, my truck is more comfortable in this hotel room because I have all my shit in my truck. I had to cart up a whole bunch of crap in here. And I'm probably going to have to go back and forth between this room and my truck multiple times to get stuff. So, I'm sitting here until Monday is basically what it boils down to. I just got a message on something. I don't know what it is. I'll check it after this. It's not a driver manager or anything like that because I have those on silent. I turn that shit off because they start sending messages early in the morning and wake me up. So what do we got all going on in here? So this room is actually nicer than the hotel in Van Buren. That hotel in Van Buren is kind of a crappy hotel. It's kind of stank in there. It's actually just kind of nasty. Like it's a step up from a meth hotel, but not a huge step. This smells clean, looks clean. I mean, this is actually a pretty nice room. There's nothing nasty or stank about it. And just like the ones in Van Buren, they have a microwave in the refrigerator. I wonder if the refrigerator, if I have to turn it on or anything. All right, it's set to 7. Let's see. I don't know what the coldest and what the hottest setting is. But, a little desk, a little coffee crap that I don't use. Hopefully the ice machine actually works at this place. The ice machine at the Van Buren one never works. That place is really crappy. Yeah, this is pretty decent. This is a Comfort Inn and Suites, I think is what it is. So what all did I bring up here to do 3 days on? I brought my peanut butter and jelly, but I forgot my bread. That's something I'm going to have to go back down for. So I brought my shower bag. I got some clean clothes in there, my toothbrush, all that good stuff. Brought my laptop, keyboard, mouse, case of soda, which I'm going to put in the fridge. And if I get really thirsty here in a minute, then I'll go grab some ice and use a cup or something. Is that going to fit in there? We're gonna make it fit. It's going to fit. And that's my that right there. Let's see if it'll close. Yeah, it closes. Look at that. That's my my tuna helper that I made. So yeah, shower, computer, and mainly a bunch of snacks. Bag of chips, some Little Debbie stuff, another bag of chips, yogurt. Yeah, that's gonna be living it up this weekend. Wow. I know that there are a lot of people in the truck driving community that would love to be in my situation, but I can't stand this. I hate, this is a huge waste of time for me. I'm not at home and I'm not making money. If I'm not at home, I want to be making money. And when I'm taking time off, I want it to be at home. This is not incredibly convenient for me. So, a bigger mirror. What do we get going on there? Yeah, look at that. I'd be like one of those girls, I don't know. Hey, doing my selfie. Hey, let me take a selfie. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Couch in here? Damn, you could You like have guests over and stuff. If only I knew somebody in Atlanta. Maybe I'll have to call a girl up or something. Um, so anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know if I'm going to bother making any more videos this weekend. I'm going to try to make the best of this weekend. So far, it's pretty crap. I'm getting stir crazy already. And I got 3 damn days of sitting in this hotel. Not exactly thrilled. So I hope you're having a better weekend than me. And yep, wish everybody the best. Thanks for watching. And for any of you out there that actually do watch, the 1 or 2 viewers I have you ever heard of a like button? Come on. I'm just playing. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.